Aaron Green on the Tevin Studdard Show.
So we back with AG.
Yo.
I think you the first two-time. I think never mind. Second. All right, second two-time. Yeah, I thought you was the first. It was so I was about to hype you up to second, brother. All right. So like I said, this been my boy since the Christmas Addicts days.
Yeah.
Then the Cathedral football days.
Yeah.
AG in the building. They know him from the motivational speaking. He said, "We gotta stay for this, brother." His eyes lit up and everything. He said, "That's the homie. That's the homie, man." So man, even I seen you recently had something cracking off in Pittsburgh as far as like speaking to some kids. So man, elaborate on that whole experience.
Man, I got a brother. You know, I call him a brother because we more than friends. And you know, blood don't always make you family. So he called me. He was like, "Bro, I want you to speak to some kids." It's number 74, Chris Hubbard for the Steelers. He throws a offensive line camp every year in Pittsburgh. He called me and was like, "Hey, I want you to speak to the kids." So I went up there, spoke to 4 different sessions of kids, and, you know, just gave them some motivation on life, really, because I mean, football is just such a small part of our life. Yeah. And then I taught them how to, you know, transition what they learn from football into the regular life. And you could take any piece of football and put it in regular life and you can win. But that's just, you know, giving them that knowledge and giving them something to look forward to while they're young. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, a lot of stuff that they seeing that may mean something to them really don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? So they was taking it. They was rocking with it, and they really love football. So I challenged them on it as a team, as a unit.
That's right. So when we gonna get an Aaron Green football camp in the city?
When the city start, you know, really embracing struggle made me. The sky's the limit. All you need is some support, you know, with anything. You just need your own people to be behind you, and then you can make anything shake in this city, for real.
So you got this platform, brother.
Yeah.
I think we brought through about 100 athletes. So
Yeah.
if we got a day that you gonna speak, we bring out IPS Township and private school athletes. What you gonna tell them? What you gonna tell them?
Well, I'm gonna teach them about the struggle, about how to really turn everything that's against you into something positive. You know what I mean? Turn your pain into, you know, triumph, that type of stuff. You know, because a lot of this stuff be temporary. We get so caught up in, you know, oh, this is happening to me, or I'm going through this. But we don't think like, okay, down the line, how's this gonna make me stronger? Or what it's gonna do for me down the line? So we just gotta think ahead of the game. So that's what I'm gonna give them. I can't give you, a lot of times you see people try to give false motivation to people. Yeah. I won't ever speak on something that I've never done or never went through. You know what I mean? Because what does that look like? It's like, you know, somebody teaching you how to play football and they've been playing soccer. You can't do it. So I'm just going to teach you how to...
football.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. But I'm going to teach you how, like, my struggles, because everything that I do when I speak to kids is about life experiences. I can't tell you about somebody else's struggle because that's their own struggle. I can tell you how I've almost been killed. I've watched people killed. I've seen people, you know, that type of thing, and then tell you what it did for me. I can't tell you what the next person, how they took it, but, you know, that just comes from, you know, wanting to give more to these kids because, you know, some adults are stuck in their ways, so it's hard to really reach adults. But, I mean, I'll try.
So even with the kids, I see that you personally take on the challenge of mentoring 2 young men as far as training. So speak on what led you to that experience, what you learning in that?
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, I'm a social worker, so I learned, I became a mentor to 2 kids who were single parent home, that type of thing. It reminded me of me and my little brother, so I'd have been a fool not to take the opportunity. You know what I mean? Really, when I look at them and I'm around them and we talking and I'm laughing with them, it's almost identical to me and my little brother. Yeah. So, you know, I went and played curveball for the first time in years, like, and they was whooping me. I ain't gonna lie, I whooped in curveball.
So they on the west side, you know, on the west side got the curves.
Oh yeah.
You can't play it out east. Right. It's only on the west side.
Right. So you know, I took that on not as a job because I don't do this for the money. You know what I mean? I do it for more of my piece. If I can help somebody, then it's helping me. You know what I mean? Just like when I speak, I don't speak necessarily to always just touch somebody. I really speak for my therapy. You know what I mean? And so they gave me the opportunity to talk to some kids and be in some kids' life and be somebody to them. I'm taking it. And then on the football aspect, I mentor and train athlete at Ben Davis. You know what I mean? And you know, we talk as brothers because that's my little brother. I'm not, you know, I'm not above him. And you know, he keep it real with me. I know what they going through. You know what I mean? Because it's a different world now. So they need somebody a little closer to them Because I'm not that far removed. You know, I might be 10 years older than you, but I mean, we bob our heads to the same music.
Yeah.
I know what's going on, so I just give him my knowledge, especially with football, because I can teach him what I really wish I would have done. Because I, like I told him, first thing I told him, I said, bro, I didn't work hard enough to go to the NFL.
Yeah.
And it took me till now to say that. I didn't. There's no way. Because I got friends that are in the NFL, and I know what Chris Hubbard does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wake up in the morning, every morning, ready to go work. Me, I took some days off. You know what I mean? When I know I could have did it, so I try to give him everything that I got so he can make it. Because you can make it, man. You can always make it. It's always a way.
And what's even the elaborating on that, speaking on, since you said like, yo, I see like a younger version of myself and my brother in these two. So what's little things that you've been able to tell them that you would have told your younger self?
Man, so much, man. I really wish I could go back to my younger self. Now what I know, I mean, everybody probably does with a little prior knowledge, because, man, I didn't really never get in no trouble, but I was close. You know what I mean? And I was close to dying. I was close. Just a lot of stuff I would have changed as a youngster. Just focus. You know what I mean? I hated school with a passion. I didn't take school serious at all. The only reason I tried in school was to play football. You know what I mean? But back then I would have took college more serious. You know what I mean? Just feeding my mind a little more and not really being sucked into what they want us to be so sucked into. You know what I mean? Like, it's certain things that, like, I could tell my younger self, and I know for a fact I'd have made it. Like, right now, I don't eat meat. I'm on 30 days strong. And that was really, it's not about diet, and it was a mental thing for me. I wanted to challenge my mind to see, can you do this? You 300 pounds. Who's 300 pounds not eating meat? You know what I mean?
I don't know nobody.
Right. So I really would have challenged myself more mentally. You know what I mean? Because I was just going through the motions. And that's what I tell these athletes. Football's small, man. Like, it's like I was just telling him in the car, like, we got to look at life different. Like, all of us ain't just put here to struggle forever.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Why are we here? It's too much going on. It's too many opportunities for us to be like, oh, I'm just put here to pay bills and die. Man, you crazy. There's no way you was not put here to just die and pay bills. There got to be something. And the universe will tell you there's something for all of us. It's individual. It's before you even get here. Somebody got something for you. Period. And I just give myself knowledge, you know what I mean? Because a lot of us are lost, you know what I mean, thinking stuff is the way it is because it's the way it is. Everything is a reason for everything.
So even it's two little things I got from just off of that. So what's the mental fortitude like for not eating meat for 30 days? Because I feel like the craziest thing food-wise I done was not eat for a week. And that was nuts. As soon as I didn't eat for a week, boy, them wings was blazing. Like, don't be every wing in sight, bro. Don't be every wing in sight. So what was the biggest, like, mental hurdle to get over for not getting meat for a week?
Thinking that I needed it. It's the same way with anything in life. Thinking that I need something that I really don't need. I don't need meat. Why do you need it? You know what I mean? Why do I need something that makes me feel this certain way? And that's the same thing how I take on life now. Why do I need this if it don't make me feel good? You don't need it. You know what I mean? You don't need it. You're going to figure out another way around it. If I can't get protein from meat, I'm going to go get protein from somewhere else. If I can't get my happiness from this, I'm going to go get my happiness from somewhere else. If I can't get my peace from this, I'm going to go here. That's how you got to look at it. And that's where my mind was when I was like, all right, I'm stop eating meat. It was off the spur, and then it just happened to be in Lent season, but I didn't do it for Lent. Yeah. I did it for, you know, mentally I wanted to be more strong. I've been mentally weak. Yeah. So I challenged myself and I did it. And that's, you know, now it's like, what's next? I done went 30 days without meat and I'm not going back. What else am I about to go 30 days without to get it out of my system?
Speak on the list.
Man,
you gotta have a goal because we'll do a little check. So you came through like when I first started the second week on the show. I think we're 11 weeks in now. Second week, so that's a 2-month window. So when you come back in the 2 months or whenever you come back, what are the goals that you gonna see changing yourself?
Pain. I want the pain to go. You know what I mean? I still suffer from traumatic stress. You know what I mean? I still have those moments where I feel like I might flash out from thinking about my dad, from thinking about my brother, from that type of stuff. I want it to go. I don't need to hold on to it no more. I think a lot of people need to realize that if we let some of this stuff go, it'll take a lot of the stress off our back. I want the pain to go. I want the anger to go. I want the stress to go. I stress over money. But every time I be at that point where I'm like, oh man, I'm about to break, something comes through. Every single time. Why are you still stressing over it if you know that you're doing the right thing? Your karma good. You know what I mean? You're not doing nothing bad. You just stay in the motion, staying on the same road, and something always come through. I want the stress to go, and I just want to be happy. You know what I mean? Because this is how I put it. Everything, all my goals right now are about happiness. Because I know if I'm happy, the money gonna come. You know what I mean? If I'm happy, the peace is gonna come. If I'm happy, the people that I know need to be around me are going to come. So I just need to let go of all the stuff that ain't doing me no good. That's the same thing with y'all youngsters. You know what I mean? Like, let go of all that extra stuff, man. I'm telling you, let that go now. Because once y'all get through college, man, y'all gonna be clear. You're gonna be able to see what you should take from it and what you shouldn't. Not everything in that book's gonna be the truth. Take what you're supposed to, and then, you know what I mean, move forward. But let all the rest of that go, man. A lot of stuff don't mean nothing.
That's real, man. Let it go. It's Frozen. Let it go. But man, even speak on man, the daughter, and just like I seen the picture, like saying you and your father never got to go to a beach,
yeah,
so, like together. So speak on the. I didn't even think we got to touch on that last.
No, we really
like
yeah. So
the joy of like fatherhood and the joy of taking your little shorty.
Right, and so when I was born in a situation. Mom, dad, they weren't together, but and my dad was a hustler. You know what I mean? He was in the streets. He went to prison when I was 5. He got out when I was 16. He got killed when I was 17. And I've been on so many prison visits that I can close my eyes and see him. So my dad was my hero, and then he was stripped from me. And then when I had my daughter, I don't know, it just changed everything for me. Like now, I realized what the love was that my dad had for me. Because when I got into prison and my dad seen me come through and about to sit at the table, he talking to people, bragging about me. There you go. There you go. He going to the NFL, smiling. The happiest moments of his life. So now when I see my daughter every day, that pushes me. And then I think about the stuff that I wasn't able to do because of my dad's situation. He was in prison. He couldn't take me nowhere. When he got out, he was only out a year and then got killed. So we didn't even have enough time to really enjoy each other. Even though I was with him every weekend. When he got killed, he was on his way to get me. You know what I mean? So a lot of that stuff rests on my soul. So when I walk out the door every day, my number one goal is to make it back to my people, you know, my family. I don't want them to ever feel like I'm not coming home or have to grieve over me like I grieve over my dad. And the second thing is just to keep my daughter smiling. You know what I mean? And no lie, I got 2 daughters. You know what I mean? I have another one that is something similar to. It's my daughter. So my thing is kids are pure. I want them to have the best life possible. And you know what I mean? And it's just I wasn't able to really experience the full father experience. But I took from what I did experience. You know what I mean? I chop it up as what it is, what it was. But I'm able to be a better father, and that means more on any scale to me.
So speak on. I know you would have just had a birthday recently. Your pops would have. So a kid that's in your shoes, your same position, celebrating the pops who's no longer here. What would you tell him? Celebrate.
Be happy. Celebrate like it's your birthday. My daddy's birthday is mine now. He's not here, but he's here. You know what I mean? I feel him. My daddy in this room right now. You know what I mean? I feel his spirit. It's over me. So you got to celebrate. It's hard. It took me years and years to figure out how I was going to turn this into a positive. My daddy got killed across the street from Arlington. You know what I mean? How am I going to ever be able to celebrate this? But I celebrate life because I know when he was here, he was smiling, laughing, happy. When he got out, happy. You know what I mean? So what would it look like me walking through life sad? That's something you got to let go. And if you somebody in my situation, little brother, to celebrate. You know what I mean? Think of all the good things. The negatives is going to be there. It's easy to think about the negatives first. Think about all the positives. And then you're going to be all right. Just celebrate. That's all I got for you. Celebrate his birthday like it's yours.
So other little nuggets of wisdom, just for young men in the city, that it's just like, they come into the Aaron Green camp. What are they going to hear at this camp? We're going to dang near set the date. All right, it's going to be in July. I'm going to find this Saturday. We might do it during Black Expo. That'll be a good way to get people out.
Right.
In July, at this camp, let's say it's out of Addicts or Arlington. What they going to hear and take away from this camp?
Honestly, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you mentally. I want to know what you're really thinking. If you tell me you love something, what are you willing to do to make it work? You know what I mean? I want to know if you're going through something, what are you going to do to get through it? You know, are you going to fight or you going to fold? You know what I mean? If you put in a savage situation and you're not a savage, how you going to get through it? You get what I'm saying? You got to become a savage. That's how you got to, that's how you got to look at it. You put me in a room full of dogs and I'm playing like a puppy, how am I ever make it through there? So what are you going to do to get through it? And, you know, by challenging them, it's going to open up their own minds, because I can sit here and put all this knowledge on you, but are you going to accept it? You feel what I'm saying? Rather than if I challenge you, and then you got to think, you be like, hold on, let me think about this. Then it's opened up another door in your mind, you know what I mean? So I'm going to challenge them, and I'm going to give them the real, you know? I didn't work hard enough. In school, out of school, none of that. When I was playing a video game, I could have been doing something for football, you know what I mean? And then I'm going to tell them, like, the street stuff. I'm not a street guy, you know what I mean? But I hung around them. Why? You feel what I'm saying? I'm just gonna challenge you mentally at the camp. You're gonna learn a lot through what I went through and how I got through it, and hopefully it helps you. You know what I mean? We're gonna have some fun, and it's gonna all be about peace and happiness, because that's what I'm all about now. So, you know.
That's real. So my young brother, I'm actually calling you up. So this young brother, he actually stayed for his interview because he said he's a motivational speaker. I gotta hear what he gotta say. No, you can take a seat. You can take a seat. You can take a seat. So what made you stay for this interview?
Just hearing about it. I know him from a fact because he trained with some players from BD, and that I just know that he good for putting words in people's head. Like, yeah, I gotta go get it. It ain't just gonna be sitting there waiting for me. I gotta really go get it and grab it.
Yeah.
Because it ain't gonna be there too long, or somebody else gonna grab it. Yeah. So I just had to stay to hear it.
So hearing all this knowledge that you got from this brother, what's a question that you would have for him?
How'd you make it?
Man, I wish I could tell you, bro. I honestly, I don't have words for it, bro. It's like God. You feel me? Like, it had to be something, because everything that I was struck with, it was like, oh yeah, I could think of the negative, but then here go the positive. And then I just went towards the positive. You know, I had the opportunity to go kill my daddy's killer. He went to jail for 2 days and then he got out. You know what I mean? I was on that, but all of a sudden, boom, I ain't on it no more. And now, being this age, I forgive you. You feel me? And it was tough, but I felt like I was walking around life carrying a bag. And the bag was heavier than the world, you know what I mean? And I'm just carrying it, and I can't shake it. So I let it go. As soon as I let it go, that's when I start feeling better. You know what I mean? I had friends killed, you know what I mean? A lot of friends killed. And every time I figure out a way to put my mind towards, yeah, I'm going to cry, I'm going to grieve, I'm going to be angry. Let it go. Where we going next? You know what I mean? And that's why I can't tell you how I made it through, but I made it. You feel me? And then after I made it, I reached back and grabbed somebody else and helped them make it. You feel me? And then it's just been a cycle. So I feel like this isn't me supposed to be doing this. You know what I mean? Something's working through me to touch other people, and that's how I made it. Some grabbed me, and then I started grabbing people.
That's real. I can even vouch as being one of those brothers grab, because I always tell the story. First time I met him, he roast me at Addicts. We back at Addicts, and he roast me at. But he got to go off. He's a year above me. He got to go off to Cathedral. So I was like, dang, that's a great opportunity. Like, IPS kids, we wasn't getting that opportunity. So seeing him do that, it made me want to go out and do something. So that's why we created this. And it's funny. The young lady right here, Miss 21 years old, she gave us the wisdom. She said, this platform exists for a reason, and it's just like, we want young brothers to be uplifted, like to come here, to share the jewels, your failures with him so he can succeed. So
definitely.
Y'all got any questions for him? He too cool. You got a question for him?
All right, so I'm transferring to St. Francis, another college, my sophomore year.
We're gonna bring you up to the mic so the people. No, you can sit right here. You just scoot over one so he hop on this one. All right, we got 2 minutes. This is the last question.
All right, so I'm going to my sophomore year in college. From your experience, how was it?
So, I was I'm similar to you. I transferred from a D2 black college to a D1. It was cool. I was balling, But at the same time, everything that happened to me, it pushed me forward, and I still had the D1 mindset, or I still had that I'm going to the NFL mindset. So my sophomore year, I think I trained harder than I ever trained because I knew I was going to eventually get out of my situation where I was at. And it wasn't that I wasn't happy. I had a friend die there in his sleep. He was 1 week away from going to NFL camp. And he was the one who told me, bro, you really too big to be here. Like, you need to go to a D1 if you want to go. Soon as he died, they called me. 2 days later, I transferred. You know what I mean? But it was his voice. And that was my junior year. But as a sophomore, I had played as a freshman, started all that. As a sophomore, I knew what to look for now. You know what I mean? And I wasn't the biggest. In D1, I was the smallest offensive tackle probably ever. You know what I mean? But I studied. And so as a sophomore going in, wherever you're going to transfer to, go in there as a dog. You know what I mean? Don't go in there as, I'm about to sit back. If they give you the opportunity, take it. You know what I mean? And make whatever it is, because you're going to come in as a new guy. You're not going to know as much. Whatever you do, give it everything you got. You know what I mean? It's just like life. You're going to see people who look at you and read the book wrong. Open that book up and show them what it means. You know what I mean? Right. Take advantage of everything they give you. I'm telling you. Go in there as a dog. They don't know you. So you're in a good situation. So they're going to sleep on you a little bit. As soon as you line up, be a savage.
Be a savage, ladies and gentlemen.
Be a savage.
Nah, but we thankful for, we done had Dub CBD, North Central, Hamilton Southeastern, Zionsville. If I forget anybody, I'll be all right. But and then Aaron Green, as well as the young lady with the prayer request. So this is what we want this to be, a positive platform where we uplift everybody. All the young brothers eat. Like he said, man, can I bring my brother with me? I said, heck yeah, we want to see everybody eat, everybody shine, everybody get that exposure. So